Hey, it's Bruce, and I wanted to thank you for stopping by and seeing us at the recent show at the Convention Center. And as we let you know, we would be doing a drawing based on everyone that filled out the little drawing form and anyone that had purchased tickets in advance through our website, as well as those that purchased products at the show. So everybody qualifies. We are going to go through, we're going to open the box up, and we're going to draw out the names and walk through them. Now, also during this video, I want to just remind you of some things you saw in our booth, remind you or tell you about some things you probably didn't see when you were at our booth, because we didn't probably only brought about a tenth of our gear to the show. And we've got it here surrounded around me at our shop here in New Hope. So you can stop by anytime. You might want to make an appointment this time of the year. We're not around that full days at this time of the year. But just to remind you, some things that you saw was our aqua thruster. That was the blower that people use to manage the shoreline, manage the surface water. For me personally, if I didn't own the aqua thruster, I don't think I'd still live in the house that I live on. And I live on a lake just 2 miles from here. I've got 750 feet of shoreline. And trust me, when I first moved there, it was everything I could do just to manage it. So we've also showed you the lake groomer, and that was the brand new product that rotates on the bottom, gets rid of the silt and the muck. You can learn more about that at lakegroomer.net. It's lakegroomer.net if you're interested. And then a lot of you purchased the weed shear. That's the V-shaped or the Y blade that you throw out there. You let it sink to the bottom. It'll cut anything in its path. That's also available if you need more information at weedshear.com. So that's a good place to get some more information on that. So remember what we said we were going to do is draw 5 $100 gift certificates to be able to use towards purchase at Weeder's Digest. And so, you know, I'm just going to go through them, and I haven't gone through them yet. And so we'll read off the names. Mary, and she is on Prairie Lake. That is in Wisconsin. She said her biggest issue is muck. And Mary, I think that you'll know who you are just based on the information that I'm giving you. And so if you've got muck, you might do our aqua thruster that has the benefits there. The other thing that a lot of people didn't see at the show, we had our muck digester pellets. You can learn more about these at muckdigester.com. Those will eat about 6 inches of muck per year. So, Mary, you are the first winner of the $100 gift certificate. Be able to use anytime towards a product purchase at weedersdigest.com. Now let's grab another one here. This time we have Rachel, and Rachel is on Chisago in Chisago County, and her issue also is muck. And so we've already kind of talked about that. Now at the same time, you can also use a rake. I first started on my property using nothing more than a 12-inch garden rake. Took me forever, didn't make much progress, but you know, we've got, it's just sitting off to the side here, but we have one that's 4 feet wide. You can do a lot of work with that to just lift and stir up the silt, which actually will make some progress. All right, so let's go for our next one here. This time we've got Cliff, and Cliff is on Little Mantrap Lake. Cliff says his biggest issue is weeds and muck. So if you got weeds and muck, you know, we actually do sell herbicides. That's not our favorite application. I think there's a lot of other things that can be done rather than use herbicides. Got a long story behind that. I'm not I'm not hard against herbicides. We use them on our lake in some specific ways, but if I can do it without herbicides when my kids are going to be swimming out there, I'll do that. So, you know, with weeds, we've got our Beach Buddy that does a nice job. It's a lake rake on wheels. You can learn more about that at beachbuddyrake.com. And so that's probably the widest, biggest rake that you can find out there. It's on wheels, and so it rolls back in. That's a pretty effective way to deal with just kind of cleaning the bottom. The weed shear again, the lake groomer. We've also got the beach groomer. So a variety of different tools that can manage both the weeds and the muck. All right. Here we've got Paul, and he is on Sylvan Lake, and says the biggest issue that he faces is algae. And so with algae, there's a lot of different things that you can do around your immediate shoreline. We've got some bacteria that can be applied to it. However, a lot of times if you're just working on a small area, you might be forced to only deal with it in a, from like with our aqua thruster type of a method. On the lake that I live on, we actually aerate the entire lake. We've got 9,000 feet of hose running through the lake. And our purpose behind that is to improve, well, obviously to aerate the lake, but to improve and reduce the algae. So love to be able to tell anybody that'd like to hear more about that in another video. We've got about 200 different videos scattered throughout the YouTube and on our website. So if you want to learn more about that, I'd love to tell you how you could aerate your entire lake. It does take a bit of an effort, but if you can get your association, potentially the city involved, it can be done. Let's see, let's grab another one here. Here we've got for other gift certificate. We've got Kathy, and Kathy is Kathy. I'm sorry, I can't. We'll send you out an email about it, but I can't quite understand what the lake is. So let's grab another one. There's always a chance that somebody doesn't read their email. And here we've got Kay, and Kay is on Beaver Dam in Barron Lake, in Barron County. So that would be over in Wisconsin. And so one of the things that she's talking about is the issue with weeds. Wisconsin has a little, some tighter rules and regulations. In fact, we ship literally all over the world. Minnesota, you might think would be because it is our backyard. We do more in Minnesota than any other location, but Michigan is straight behind it. We ship all through Florida, New York, but it doesn't really matter for you folks that were at the show, but we do ship on a worldwide basis. We shipped actually a bunch of stuff out to the UK today. This one is Linda. And Linda is on Sawyer Lake, and Linda is also dealing with weeds. So I think we've covered a number of different options there. Now, I also wanted to share a couple of, I'm going to pull one more. Also wanted to let you know we do have fountains that are great for ponds. I have a fountain in front of my house, which I think is probably the best way that I can utilize my waterfront. It sounds great, it looks great. It does create a little bit of aeration, however, that's not its main intent. It's more for aesthetics, but with the lights on at night, even my neighbors get to enjoy it. One of our other things that we do and sell literally hundreds of is lawn irrigation pumps. So you can pump from the lake or the pond, and you are able to water your lawn or your garden with this, and it's really designed to be set up by anybody. Anybody can set it up, have it running in about 30 minutes, and it's the full filter, pump, the check valve, everything you need. It's kind of a pump set up in a box. It's really cool. So you can check that out at lawnpumps.com. That's lawnpumps.com. We'll draw another one here. Actually, we'll draw a few more. We were only supposed to do 5, but hey, why not? We got Ruth on Crowing Lake, which is not far from where I grew up. And Ruth says that her issue is weeds. And we'll be able to verify if there's more Ruths on that lake. Just all you gotta do is let us know your email address. And let's see, what else can I tell you? You know, one of the things that we didn't talk about at the show was that we sell a complete line of lifts and docks that is cheaper than anything you would have seen at any of the other booths there. It is, their quality, but they're inexpensive. They're not built for the big lakes, so the smaller lakes. And the other thing that we've got is a really cool, the jet ski lifts that you drive up on that are the big floats. And we have floating docks. And trust me, we have the best prices anybody has out there. It's really something that kind of a sideline of ours, but it'd be the best deal you could find on a dock, a lift, or a floating dock. We'll grab another one here. What else can I tease you with? We've also got, if you've seen the boat lift motors, we carry those at, let's see, I think we have that at boatliftmotor.net. That's boatliftmotor.net. Check that out. We've got great prices on those. And, you know, I'm going to remind you back to one of the most popular items that we did have at the show. It was the Aqua Thruster. I mentioned that earlier, but I didn't tell you the website you could go to. That's aquathruster.com. You can also go learn more about some of our other different lake rakes that we have at lakerake.com. And here we've got Joel. Joel is on looks like Upper Bottle, and that's in Hubbard County. And he also is dealing with muck, and so I think that's over in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, The muck digester pelts are real effective over there just because it's something that the DNR seems not to have an issue with at all. Now, I'm trying to get through this, try to make this as quick of a video as possible, but I do want to let you know that even though it took me forever to get this video out to you, and the specials did end, we are going to let these specials that we had at the show, we're going to carry them through to Monday, which is March 10th. So contact us by phone, 763-551-1441, or shoot us an email at info@weedersdigest.com. And you know, if you ever want to just take a look through all of our stuff that's all around me here, it's kind of a playland. A lot of people say that if you're a lakeshore owner, it's kind of a candy store for lakeshore owners. Just stop by and see us in New Hope. Give us a call first and set up a time. But folks, it's pretty cold out there. Summer will come, and Weeder's Digest will be there to help you manage the weeds, the muck, and the algae. So thanks again. Congratulations to the winners. Contact us to get your prize, and appreciate you listening to this long, rambling message.